What's up guys, my name's Hunter. Behind me is my 2003 BMW M3. You may have seen this car on Instagram. My handle's SMH Hunter. I'm Hunter behind the SMH. A common question I get is what's actually done to this car? Now I love talking to you guys through DMs, it sparks great conversation. A buddy of mine, Trevor, you guys may know him, my Fady Trevor, actually suggested that I make a YouTube video highlighting everything. I get it, you may be shy, I'm shy myself. And also, watching a video might be easier for some guys. I understand it, plus back and forth. Hey, either way works, right? I guess let's get started with what we really see first. That's what I wanted to focus on, because whether you're walking to your car, driving through town, on the highway, this is what everybody sees first. On top, we have the side bin carbon fiber hood. It's OEM style. It's kind of funny. In the right lighting, if the sun isn't beaming on it, it actually looks like it's paint matched, so it throws guys off when they actually get close to it. That always cracks me up. On the hood, I have a carbon fiber roundel from I&D. Lastly, I have gloss black kidney grills. You'll see as you go through that I kind of go with the gloss black theme. Now the top thing I get asked on are these headlights. So they're actually OEM xenons. Now I replaced the projector with a TRS projector, blacked out the housings, and installed halos in them. Attached off to the side are corners from Depot. And I guess lastly is the bumper. So it's actually an OEM BMW M3 European bumper. And I got this because it ditches a side marker, so it looks cleaner in my opinion. Now moving up front, I have EC46 MLE81s. I've worked with different companies before, and what I will say is that as far as they go, I've had the best customer service, and also the quality of just the finish alone, unmatched. Like, I'll be going with BC for my next car. So they're 18s up front and in the back. As far as width goes, up front they're 10 inches wide and the back is 11. The fronts are wrapped in 235s and the rear is wrapped in 265s. Now behind those you'll see the Brembo brakes. They're from a Porsche 911 996 generation. They're from a Carrera 4S for this one, for example, but many of those, they interchange parts. To get those on there, I used Rally Road brackets. To use the brackets, you had to shave the back of the caliper down just a few millimeters, but what's cool is that they actually sell brake lines, so it really is plug and play, aside from that little machining work. Behind the calipers are rotors from a CSL E46 M3. They're a bit expensive, but they fit like they should, and they work well. Now, lastly for the brake setup, I do use Actibono pads. To get the wheels to fit, it was a lot of fun. The front requires a lot of rolling, the back requires a lot of shaving, and I was playing with spacers, and it was a whole thing, but I got it to work, and it looks pretty damn good. Moving a little bit further back, I have the gloss black grills to match the front kidney grills and sequential LED turn signals. So moving on to the back, I have a CSL carbon fiber trunk, which was paint matched. I saw it on an E90 once, and from there I just had to get it, like, no questions asked. Now moving down, I have the updated LED tails because halogen is gross. I have a carbon grille diffuser. Now I left the middle exposed carbon, but I got the outside paint match, that way it matches the rest of the car. And lastly, for the exhaust, I have an Eisenman Sport exhaust. Next, I guess we'll move on to something that I really don't show really too much at all, actually. It's my trunk setup, which is mainly audio and air. So first thing you see, of course, is a big 4-gallon air tank. And off to the left of that, we have the compressor. Now the 2 amps up here are my subwoofer amplifiers. They're each Sundown 2500s. And in front of that, we have our 6-channel, which runs in my mids and highs. I run a 3-way active setup. I do have a DSP for it, which is actually tucked away conveniently in this cubby back there, along with my airlift 3P management. And in the corner down here, where the factory battery was, I replaced that with 2 Access Power Titanates. They're lithium batteries. So they weigh essentially nothing, have a ton of output, and super concise. So I mentioned that I had a 3-way front shade setup. Now, I'm an audiophile. I came from car audio, so I kind of had to. The stock sub was blown out. and it was just time to upgrade all that stuff. It was quiet, good for its time, but it was due for a change. So I still kept the three-way setup that BMW had. I just changed the speakers and changed the mounting of some of them. Now the mid-bass is still in the same spot. My mid-range is bigger, so it takes up this whole spot here, and I had to make new tweeter pods for the tweeters. I'm running a Morel V2 setup for the front stage. Now moving in the car, we'll start with what I get the most questions on, short of the headlights. The M4 seats. No, they don't bolt in, though they don't plug in. It was all custom. I spent a lot of time reading schematics and just finding, I guess, really just what works. Yes, everything works, aside from the heated seats. The emblem lights up, which is a must. I got the center console wrapped to match the seats because the upholstery was a little bit different than the E-chassis upholstery. What you'll see along the center of my dash is all carbon trim, along with the door handles. For the pedals and dead plate, I have AC Schnitzer covers for those. Moving towards the middle, I have a Pioneer head unit and an Airlift 3P controller, which goes with my air system. Moving down, you'll see my DSP controller, which lets me pick different audio equalizer presets and also adjust the volume. And lastly, for the steering wheel, I've got to give M8 Comp Greg a thanks for this nice little touch. He was actually able to source carbon fiber covers, which fit really all BMWs. So that was amazing. It was totally unexpected. For the substage, I'm running two Sundown Audio U10s. They're wired to 1 ohm per amp. They're in a custom ported box, which was designed by EasyDB Designs. Highly recommend him. Awesome guy to work with. I'll leave his @ also up top. And lastly, we have things that you really don't see. I'm going to cheat and read off my phone because it's hard to go through things that you really can't see. So the first thing is that I ordered the full Baseline catalog for the Vano stuff. I replaced my stuff with everything that they have. I also did the rod bearings, which are VAC Motorsports. For the subframe stuff, I used a Turner on the bottom and used a CMP topside mount. I have a monoball rear trailer and bushings. I have this nasty clunking. So I had my guys at Euro Empire actually replace the subframe and diff bushings. The subframe is solid, just like really a lot of new cars, and the diff is still poly. Feels amazing, no more clunking, no complaints. Other than that, I mean, it's really just like sway bars and suspension parts, which is kind of, maybe just me, but kind of boring. So yeah, that's really all that I have done with the car. This year, hope to get a good bit more done. The plans are a paint job, carbon roof, and also a custom steering wheel. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited. It's already come a long way from what I even pictured it being. Like, I'm still hard to find words. Like, it's honestly mind-blowing. So yeah, I actually may make some more of these videos. If you have any ideas, drop down below. I do have some myself. Thank you guys for watching.